Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Sam and I have a hot project. Check it out. I've put together some stuff. I have a thermostat and I made this box. And there's a bunch of cool things going on in here. That is going to replace that old-fashioned thermostat which controls this heater. And also, I'm going to control the switch that turns the fans on. Now this little guy will heat up this whole basement area. And the curtains will section off the rest of the basement, like the storage and utilities, from the living area down here, where we have the triple bunk bed. This is typically where the kiddos sleep. And then the rest of the room here. We got couches, pool table, dartboard, and yeah. So it works great. So we can get here, turn this on, and heat up the basement in about 6 hours. Not so great when we get here at 9 o'clock at night. So what we did is I built this fan module. That fan will turn on and pump out hot air. So now it's pushing the air away from this, across the room. And that works great. Now we can heat up the room in about 3 hours. So great, we get here at 9 o'clock at night, now we can go to bed at midnight and be warm. We can do better. So today, what I'm going to do is we're going to replace that old thermostat with a new Nest thermostat. And I know what you're thinking. This is an old school heater. It has no electricity. You're off grid. There's no power. Yes, that is a problem. But that's where this comes in. This magical box of wonders. Let's see what's in here. I'm starting with a 6x6 PVC electrical box, and I'm going to put some magical stuff inside of here. When it's all done, it will serve as a bridge between a smart Wi-Fi connected thermostat and a basic millivolt controlled propane heater. I have some wood that I've pre-cut to fit the box, and I'm fitting a terminal block on the front. On the back, I'm placing a 12 to 24 volt step-up converter. Now back on the front side, I have two relays that I'm installing. Relays act as an electronic switch. Each of these relays has 6 wires, and I will be using 4 of them. The blue and green wires are control wires. Either the blue or green will get wired to the negative on the terminal block, and then the other one will go to the thermostat. The other 2 sets of wires on the relay are the red and black pairs. One pair will activate when the relay is turned on. The other pair will deactivate when the relay is turned on. I will be using the pair that activates when the relay is turned on. There's just enough room, it fits nicely in the box. Using a step drill, I'm adding holes for the strain relief clamps. These clamps are technically made for a wet environment, but I like these because it has a rubber grommet, and I just think it's a little gentler on the wires than the metal strain relief clamp. Really just a preference. It doesn't matter. Once I add the feet for attaching it to the wall, I package it up and it's ready to go to the cabin. All right, it is installation day, and right here, check it out. That is the propane heater. And I've done some stuff on here before. In fact, there's a button that turns on and powers these fans back here, which are held on by magnets. Let me pop that off quick. All right, here's that fan. You can see there's 4 computer fans. There's a speed controller, And then all the wires are hidden right here. And these panels slide right in there. The fans also slide in. There's no screws holding them. They could be slid right out. And there you can see there's some magnets right here. And those allow it to stick to the furnace. And then right here, there's a panel with a magnet on that. There. Magnet here, here, and here. And that holds it all together. And then this little guy, we kind of just dial the fans to the speed we want. And there we go. So I'm just going to put that right back where it was. It just kind of goes right over there. And then it plugs in right over here. And with the fan running, it pushes air out the top. Here is the current thermostat. And you can see it's very pretty. A little old-fashioned. And you have this dial. So you set the temperature you want, and it's controlled mechanically. If we pop off the faceplate, you can see there is a spring. This appears to be in some kind of a vacuum tube, and there are 2 wires. Now, right now, it's running. If we turn, see if I can do this. If we turn the switch here to make it cooler, that pops off. Now the furnace will shut off. If you turn it hotter, drops down. I just realized that this wire is run through the wall before it was sealed up, while the fan wire goes up right there and is very easy to splice into. But I have to run a wire down to splice to that wire to go back up to go back down, because that wire is in the wall and it can't be stretched. And to relocate it, I would have to try to plumb a wire all the way from the bottom there back up the wall. I guess we did it before. Could probably do it again. Shoot. Okay. I'm going to make that hole bigger, but I got to push this in, and I really hope I don't regret doing that. Here's something fun. These wires are touching, so the furnace is on right now. So I guess I'm committed now. This bit is made by Wood Owl. They are a Japanese company, and they make absolutely amazing bits. And thankfully, steel is harder than copper, so that did not damage my bit. Otherwise, I would be very sad. Wow, these bits are good. That's nice. Oh, please let me be lucky. No. Oh, oh, look at that. Sure enough, it drops down and goes through the wall. That was lucky. I bet going up is going to be easier than going down. Let's try it. And we went straight down. Okay, I can see it. Oh man, it's right there. Oh, thank goodness we have one metal hanger left in the cabin. Dad'll never notice. Mom might. And I know what you're thinking. I have to do that again? No, I do not have to do that again, because what we are going to do is be smart. So we can check it out. We will double it up like so, and pull it out. And there we go. 2 double strands in the wall. Quick little update. I got my wires run. The box is just hung up there for now. And the power wire is pretty tight. So I'm gonna have to splice some wires to make length. Luckily, I found a bin in the garage with everything I need. So the wiring's gonna be pretty boring, so I'll check back in a little bit. All right, let's do a little test. Looks promising, and all right. So the transformer's working just fine. 2 wires down, 2 to go. All right, this might be hard to see, but this is something I really like to do, especially when working with stranded wire. So I like to heat up the wire. When the wire is warm, this is really cool, I'll just suck the solder right into it. And there we go. We'll do it over here. There we go. Now that is called tinning. So what that does is it takes that stranded wire and it turns it essentially into a solid wire. I'll clean that one up a little bit. There we go. So now, let's see it doesn't fray. This is the thermostat wire. The one that goes in the wall. The one that I would rather have go up to the ceiling. And I have to make it longer. There we go. All right. It is 1:20 in the morning and I'm gonna go to bed. I just got this thing to work. All my relays work. Everything works. It's amazing. And let's see. Oh, it's restarting. Just did a software update. We have a smart, programmable, and look, it even has safety. Perfect. So winter, that'll keep our pipes from freezing. That's awesome. And yeah, it's so cool. I'll see if I can put the app on the iPad so I can prove that it actually works. But for now, I'm going to bed. Quick little demo. We can turn it on remotely. Heat. There we go. And then we can also do the fan. And there's the fan. Those little blue lights underneath the stove show the fan's running. And there we go. Fan off. And the heat off. It works. So cool. And then let's see how our power is. Power info. Look at that. A nice stable 23.967 volts. That little transformer is working perfectly. I just realized that some of you might not be familiar with what I'm doing here. So let me just give you a real quick tour, starting outside. We have solar, 810 watts of panels, and that's connected to our garage. And now in the garage, we have an inverter, solar charger, and a battery. I built this battery using cells, and it has, they're on the side here, it has some BMS on either side that controls the battery. Make sure it doesn't charge when it's cold and all that other good stuff. And on the battery pack, here we have a temperature sensor. And there's even this is a heater. There's an RV water heater mat. It kind of adheres to water tanks and RVs. That's underneath an aluminum plate. And this is an insulated box, so our batteries function year-round. This is lithium iron phosphate. The inverter, when on, will power our panel in the house, and then we'll have all of our normal stuff. So that would be like well pump, the hot water heater, which is gas, but there's a fan on it, microwave, everything you'd expect will run off of electricity. However, there's also a low voltage system. So when we're not here, or the inverter's off, it powers this 12 volt panel. So that's just a marine fuse block, and that will power a bunch of 12 volt wires in the cabin. And here in the stairwell is a little 12 volt power station. There are some 12 volt outlets, accessory outlets down here. We can charge phones and batteries and whatever we want. And also up here is kind of the brains. That thing on the right is a cellular booster. That's powered by the 12 volt directly. So there's a plug right here. Then we're running another USB converter. That's powering our Blink, which is our cameras, and our MiFi, which is a cellular Wi-Fi jump pack. All this together gives us 24/7, 365 Wi-Fi for the whole cabin. And then this guy gives us cameras. And we have cameras everywhere. I'm not going to show you where they all are, just know that they're everywhere. The Blink cameras also record temperature, so we get alerts if the cabin gets too cold or too hot. And the cool thing about having Wi-Fi and 12 volt power is all the cool Wi-Fi devices we can run. The batteries have a temperature alarm, so if they ever got way too cold, we know there's a problem and they're not charging or something's not working. We also have temperature alarms in the cabin. If a heater's not working, we get alarms. And also, cameras give us alerts if something's walking by. Mostly we see bears and turkeys and the occasional wolf. And now we have the thermostat. So now what's really cool is because of the 12-volt power, we can convert it to 24-volt and run some relays. And through the magic of wiring, we have a Google Nest, which is Wi-Fi connected thermostat, which will now work with any Google Home app. I have it loaded on the iPad just for demo, and using that, I can turn on and off the thermostat. I can do all the remote settings, and the cool thing is, because of the relays, I can even turn the fan on. So we can get this place heated quickly and efficiently before we even get here. Super excited, because a lot of times it's after school, after work, we come up with the kids, and as soon as we get here, we gotta go to bed. But it's freezing cold down here, like 45 degrees. And now we're good to go. So anyway, that is kind of an overview of the power system. You can see how it all ties together. All right, thank you so much for watching the video. I'm just gonna wrap it up upstairs because I don't need to be downstairs. Why? When I can control it remotely. So that is all. I am going to be enjoying a warm basement and hopefully early bedtimes when you arrive here in winter after dark. And until next time, thanks for watching and take care.